All right. Should be an awesome set here. First round roundup, okay? BadBoy played ACCM, his Vietnamese counterpart, and he got 3-0'd. It was a sad series for him, because the guy could have won the first game. It was an amazing Atacama game. One of the best Atacama games I've seen in a long time. He lost game 2. He then went Ethiopians, which surprised me. He's actually gone Ethiopians again here. And, well, guess what? Then in the third game, he also looked a little mentally defeated and just got rolled over. The thing is, you don't want to treat a series in a playoff 3 like you do a best of 3. Sure, you lose the first 2 games. That sucks. But, that third game's still really important in the group stage setting. So I hope for BadBoy that he fights tooth and nail for every single win here, because he's going to need it in his group. Again, he did lose 3-0. He's now up against TaToH, a big name. This will be TaToH's first time playing. He's got to do some catching up. Group D was a little weird. MBL, he did a fantastic job so far. You got Nika playing some sets, BadBoy playing some sets. But Dogao and TaToH were unable to play for a bit. So I think Dogao is going to be playing, TaToH's going to be playing now. So they have to play some catch up. What do you guys think about the Ethiopians pick here? Ethiopians versus the Mayans. So here's my take on it. Ethiopians looked bad against the Gujaras from probably minute 1. Ethiopians here, I do think, have a lot of potential against the Mayans if they can get an edge with the archer number. You do fire a little faster with Ethiopians. That's cool. Plus 100. Well, not a little faster. What is it? 18%? That's a lot. You do also receive plus 100 food, plus 100 gold when you hit the next stage. When you're thinking about Mayans, even though they can do other things, you're normally thinking about their archer numbers. So my focus would be archer numbers if I were BadBoy. I still, though, think Ethiopians are kind of do one thing, and if that doesn't work, you struggle style civilization. They do have the Showtells, though. Would love to see a world where we see Showtell Warriors versus Eagles, possibly. Yeah, 4 on wood here for BadBoy. But yeah, again, Ethiopians didn't look good, but he picks them again here, so clearly he has faith in them on Ravines. I think Ethiopians have to be played by a certain style of player. Leary, Vinchester, those probably the two. And both those players are in the same group, by the way, in Group C, I think. Those players could probably get the most out of Ethiopians. And I remember Vinchester doing that against, I think, Song in his first round. Ooh, here's a question for everyone who's been following results. Who has been the most dominant, most impressive player so far in Titans League for you? It's a tough question to ask right now because, I mean, TaToH, for example, this is the first time we're going to see him play. It's probably a stupid question to ask, but we have seen a few rounds. We've seen many sets. I know my answer. I'll be curious on everyone else's answer. Both players pushing in lots of food, as is the case in Ravines. Ravines is a open map that can be closed off quite easily. So it's kind of in the middle. And with archers, we'll probably see the walls up before the archers come out. So this game will probably go late. Leary. Interesting. MBL, okay. Hera. So my thought, I disagree with Leary, even though he did look really good against Slam. But Slam could have won some of those games, right? And so I think that Leary still has a lot more to show and to prove. I was gonna say Vinchester. Yeah, and I don't know about by a landslide, because I think it's got to be Vinchester Hera, right? Hera won 3-0 against Yo. And, ooh, wow, BadBoy running in with his scout. He might regret this. Yeah, he won 3-0 against Yo and looked really good there. And then, obviously, 3-0 Dragonstar as well. But, yeah, Hera Vinchester, I think, have looked like the top 2 so far. It's been really fun watching those two. And it just feels like, and it's the same with Leary, that, this is a player. These are players that are simply just going to steamroll everyone in their group. But okay, I'm just curious on your input. I mean, other people could say Viper as well, right? Because Viper is 6-0 right now. I think Viper got away with a little bit. And I would say maybe the same with Hera as well. got away with a few mistakes here or there. A few things that would be punished by some bigger names, but just tiny, tiny, tiny little things. Yo, what is this from BadBoy? BadBoy is going to go forward here, guys. All right. Again, he tried Ethiopians against ACCM. What he did there, though, was he did not go forward. He went for defensive play with double archer range into a lot of archers. Man-at-Arms on the way. I notice he's on stone, so clearly he's thinking... ooh, he did the math. Look at that. Got 5 more stone there. He's going to place the mill. The stone will drop off. So he wants to be able to place... Wait, no, he didn't do the math. I didn't do the math. Sorry, you would need 250 stone to be able to make 2 towers. So he just must have forgotten he sent villagers there. Here comes the range. Here comes the tower. TaToH will see this. And TaToH is probably thinking... Like, TaToH's very late with the range because he probably feels like he can just wall this out. This could potentially add up a little bit. See what BadBoy's eco is behind this, obviously. I think TaToH having his berries forward here could be an issue. And potentially even the gold and the stone later, but he has the gold in the back. So BadBoy with an improvised build, a build that you wouldn't expect on this type of map. Forcing TaToH into a very defensive tower and using most of his stone for the walls. Now, the thing is, the walls would not be enough, right? Because the walls would be very weak and ultimately BadBoy would break through. So TaToH had to add that tower. This has definitely put TaToH on the defensive so far, but Mayans are so good at playing defensive. Ravines is a really good map for playing defensive. So the more BadBoy loops around, the more I'm thinking maybe he's never going to get through here. At the end of the day, TaToH's going to have archers. TaToH has his berries. TaToH could also rush this down, by the way, if he's really worried about it. Just not sure I love the strat, but BadBoy looking to open up the series with a lot of control. And BadBoy, he will have fletching in. Actually, this is pretty interesting. Let's see, can he focus down TaToH's archers? Pay attention to only the archers here. Because he knew he had fletching on the way and that TaToH didn't research it yet because TaToH was just building the blacksmith. TaToH might actually just give up this area. He's going to drop a market here now. That's funny. But hey, I mean, TaToH has to abandon a wood line. TaToH had to abandon the berries for a while. BadBoy with a lot of control. Just catching up on some of the things from chat here. But yeah, there's definitely been a few standout performers. So what I decided to do, by the way, so, you know, things have been happening so fast with all these games. And so by the time I record a roundup of what's happening for a round, and we get it edited, and it takes a day or two, and then the next round's already started, it just kind of feels, and then it all hits YouTube. It feels like it's hard to keep up with the pace. So I'm going to do kind of a midway through roundup at the conclusion of some of the games this week, like Thursday or something, get it out. I'm going to do the same for the Gold League. There's been some exciting things to talk about there for Gold League. Yeah, TaToH needing a new blacksmith will hurt him later on as well. It's a very good point. And I mean, look, I mean, he is going to go for a counterattack. But BadBoy has some walls down. We'll see if he reacts, though. Can TaToH get by? Can TaToH get by? TaToH's going to try. If he has any army here, it could be such a big thing for him. And no way. BadBoy, Ethiopian outposts give you so much vision. Oh, what a nightmare. Now you've got a forward archer range. You have nothing to defend from this. And now he's going to run home. Man, it's moments like that, guys. It's moments like that where you need to understand where you're vulnerable and what the opponent might try. TaToH's walling you out, and he doesn't need his army to defend himself. He's obviously going to counterattack. That is a frustrating one for BadBoy fans because, again, clearly had the idea, knew he needed to wall it up, could have seen it coming. But TaToH took his opportunity, and now TaToH gets to actually breathe a little bit more at home. In theory, he gets to breathe a little bit more. BadBoy's distracted, though, and, well, now TaToH does get to breathe because he kills an archer. This one little counterattack has just made BadBoy's life awkward. But he hasn't lost a villager yet. Also, he hasn't had near as much idle time. Unfortunately for him, though, he has lost his archers. And it feels like TaToH is going to be able to defend this with a tower. And we might see TaToH go plumed archers this game, guys. I would like to see him continue and just go into crossbow. But if he continues to stay on stone, I could see him going into plumed archers. Here comes BadBoy now. We don't see forward archer ranges a lot these days, as BadBoy loses another archer. It's so tough for him to defend himself. I guess it's also tough for TaToH to attack and defend himself, so pros and cons with the micro. But yeah, we don't see forward archer ranges a lot. And this is going to be a race to the market, by the way. Both players have so many resources that are floating. But when we would see forward ranges for years, I'd always be like talking about how you can't defend yourself if you go forward. And I think the reason that we don't see a lot of forward ranges is because players are so much better now at punishing it by simply counterattacking. A great decision there from TaToH. TaToH, the only one to kill a villager in this game, but then TaToH also had a minute of idle time. So that's not great for him. I like his army numbers, though. Still liking BadBoy's army numbers, and I like the fact that BadBoy's walling up as well. Also, like the farm numbers for BadBoy. And I also like the fact he's using a market, so he's buying some food, and he wants to get up fast. Still has these two villagers here, so I could definitely see him. And TaToH doesn't see the mining camp, so I definitely see him going forward siege. I think what I would do, and this might be a bad call, but I think I would sell all that stone to buy food to go up to Castle Age. Because it would be more important to me to have crossbows all over the map. Look at TaToH trying to take this archer. It'd be more important to me to get the faster crossbow upgrades than it would be to get the town centers out later. And, aha! Woo, BadBoy agrees. All right, BadBoy agrees. He did it. TaToH has to be careful he doesn't lose this tower here. He's trying to send archers inside. Obviously, still is the micro over here. And the other thing about what I said about the stone is, if these two villagers are taking the stone the whole time, you're still going to have 100 stone by the time you make it to Castle Age. So, it's still fine. TaToH, not really a fan of this position, I'm sure. But the villagers aren't here to repair, so he knows that he will eventually shoot this down. And just checking for holes. I mean, this is still open. BadBoy slowly walling that. BadBoy hopefully has set his gather point for his archer range back here. Very important to do before you would lose a tower war like this. There are instances where you accidentally have clicked them forward and they'll run into the tower. There you go. And we'll see Castle Age for TaToH. We'll see Castle Age for BadBoy. BadBoy will have the faster firing crossbows. BadBoy will have almost just as many crossbows. Economically, it's going to be pretty even. Though the Mayan eco always feels stronger. And I think we're going to see TaToH focus on maybe a town center over here as he even goes for stone walls. BadBoy with a range in the middle now, and BadBoy with a range here. So good control over this corner. I mean, there's a lot of resources here. Quite a bit of vision for BadBoy. I think if like a top 10 player was in BadBoy's position, I think it's safe to say that he could maybe achieve that, but he's probably not there right now. They would probably go for fast ballistics, and then they would go for TCs, and they would not go for siege. He's going to drop the town center here now. Interesting. Now, he does have that vision, so he knows TaToH's here, but he's going here. And what a good decision from TaToH. I mean, he lost the villager, but what a good decision from him to recognize this is an area of weakness and drop stone walls. This counterattack, looking like it could do something. There's so many villagers back here. TaToH adding the siege workshop, adding a castle. TaToH should be able to get the castle up. And BadBoy, I don't know. The defense is going to be more awkward for BadBoy. TaToH's army could get some real value. He's going to have siege and a castle to defend himself. And he's going to have a counterattack. And the potential for plumed archers isn't bad either. The BadBoy deciding to drop a tower. But, if you're going to drop a tower, you need to drop the tower before the army gets in, man. Yikes. He is running. TaToH realizes these villas have to build, though. TaToH kills 1. TaToH kills 2. TaToH kills 3. TaToH kills 4. TaToH kills 5 villagers. BadBoy's army makes it in. He's all excited, and he's ready to go. And he gets rocked by the siege in the castle. TaToH in the much better position now. And again, you know, when you go for the forwards and you're split up, you've got your ranges in different spots. It is really, really tough. That defensive outlook, that sitting at home outlook just suits the map, I feel. Certainly has suited the position. There's definitely some awkwardness for BadBoy. Like, this area of his eco doesn't look clean at all. TaToH doesn't have that problem, right? He's got a wood line. He's dropping a TC. He's got his army. He's got his siege. Everything makes sense. He's got the flow of the game. But Ballistics is on the way, and BadBoy had the second town center up really fast. So BadBoy's Vill lead is there. 21.9 KD for TaToH, though. Also, still a hole here. Which is sad, but I think TaToH's just going to use that hole to run away. I think that's the only thing. Yeah, that is such a sad thing for BadBoy. He's going to see the holes there now. Jeez, man. Guys, if that, like, again, the small things matter so much at this level. If that hole's not there, TaToH might lose that entire army to ballistic crossbows and the Scorpion. It was not to be. And now you have TaToH getting some precious kills in the middle. As again, he's controlling the game. He's the one who is forcing BadBoy to react all the time. Has to be careful, though, because Ballistics is in for one player, and that is not him. And now he's probably focusing on this a bit, or his eco. Those plumed archers get pushed right back. This crossbow, where is he going? He's going home, because he's going from the forward range. That gets picked off. BadBoy has to pay attention to that. Still not able to focus on that as he's doing everything else with his eco. And we have a really close game. 82 population versus 79. I think TaToH's had the better of the fights, but BadBoy has had the better eco so far. Obviously, needs to be careful here now that TaToH has numbers. TaToH, does he have a university going up? He does, so he wants ballistics. Also a monastery for him, so he wants to get relics. I don't know, man. BadBoy, is he gets hit here. He does have a siege workshop at home, but oh, God! Make it stop! Make it stop. He's going to show you what he can do with his micro, though. Great attack around there from TaToH. BadBoy desperate for a castle. Again, just so much fear in how some of this game is playing out. And 36 kills now for TaToH. 17 deaths. I would take his position. He's got the better army comps. It's an archer war, right? And he's got mangonels. And I love how he realizes I've got enough here. We're in a good spot to take care of this. And we're going to go out for an attack here. So here go the plumes. Plumes are speedy. Love the fact that TaToH's going for plumed archers instead of crossbows now. Also love this town center. BadBoy will lose this position. That's not the end of the world. Now, if anything, losing that range helps him. But he wants a castle here, guys. He wants a castle to defend himself. And the plumes run in! That's so smart from TaToH. Multiple times now, he's just said, okay, I recognize where your army is. I know you're behind in mass. So I'm going to force you to come into this back corner. Now, let's see if BadBoy can get a shot. Oh, he does get a shot. He needed that one. BadBoy will send the crossbows back here. But look at the overall idle time for TaToH. TaToH with 20 minutes of idle time this game. Still running around with the plumed archers. Who look so happy, man. They have so much bounce in their step. They're so athletic. 900 stone for BadBoy. Still can't comfortably place a castle. TaToH is only producing plumes out of one castle, and his army count's still looking so good. I guess at the end of the day, it's one range for BadBoy, though. Right? It's not like he has two ranges anymore. And the things TaToH's going to do behind this with his economy should be fantastic. Should be getting relics. He's got one relic already. Might be working his way out towards a second right now. Finding more stone so he can get more castles going. And he's actually going to take this town center out as well. Does seem like he wants to rush Imp, though. Doesn't feel like he has the control that he would want. Or the army count that he would want, right? And he needs to defend his range because he's still producing out of that. This castle is... It hurts my soul. Now, I get why he placed it. Because he's under so much pressure and he doesn't want this to get worse. But the fact he has placed this castle in the ravine is so bad. But he's going to try, guys. Truth is, he's been behind for a while here. And so he feels like the faster Imperial Age is what he needs to bring himself out of this hole. TaToH going to ram down these houses here. Maybe he can loop army around, but he just likes to control the map right now. I think TaToH is just looking for good trade after good trade. After taking out that town center and seeing the score, he must know I'm way ahead. Let's not take any risks. Great shot there from TaToH. No way. His weak Mangonel can roll back to be repaired at some point. And that score dip is pretty massive. If you see BadBoy's scores like that, you've got to know he's clicked up to the Imperial Age. TaToH just uses the market. And TaToH's going to click up as well. So here's what I don't like about the Ethiopian choice. I think that Ethiopians have to be played a very specific way. And I think that nothing can go wrong for the Ethiopians compared to some of the other civs you see picked. Because they just don't have the greatest eco overall. If their archer play is not working, they're dead, right? That's what it feels like. That's not actually the case, but competitively, it does feel like that a lot of the time. Great pickoffs here, though. TaToH's going to lose all these vills. Maybe there's more of a chance after this. TaToH's plumes could have stopped this. Didn't find it at all. But yeah, so you know, BadBoy picking it. Now, I understand, like, if he feels like he's the weaker player, he feels like he has to go for those extremes where everything I do has to work in the first place. But I don't know. Like, I feel like better overall bonus is the way to go. And then if you are the dominant player, you can pick the civ where everything has to go right. Yeah, I could be wrong. Also, what the... BadBoy walked in here and dropped the tower, which is hilarious. It also is kind of a waste of stone, but still, I appreciate how funny that is. Like, maybe if TaToH didn't notice, it would have done something. Anyways, you know, he's getting Bracer now. TaToH is out-booming him so much. I think the plan for BadBoy is going to be bombard cannons. Sean, thank you, by the way. What's up? Siege. Crossbow from TaToH. Just another army he doesn't really care about that much. He's just all about the plumed archers right now. Oh my god, look at TaToH's scouting, guys. Look at BadBoy's scouting. That's not bad. Look at TaToH's. What? What in the world is that scouting, man? Is that 100%? I think that's 97%. He just needs to get here. That's insane. Obviously, he has had control of the game, but to see every corner, every gold, every relic is wild. And you have to imagine he's going to get the relics as well, right? And BadBoy just calls the GG. I think he's known this has looked bad for a while, and yeah, there's no way. So, picks Ethiopians. I'm not convinced with that pick. I've seen it twice now. Tried against ACCM. TaToH did a very similar thing, got ahead. I like the forward. Honestly, I like the man-at-arm fast archer. I didn't mind that. But TaToH just knew how to pick his spots. He defended nicely. He got some counterattacks in. And then the counterattacks led to BadBoy having... didn't have the vision or control in the middle of the map. And TaToH just kept picking him apart. And ultimately just destroyed the guy. This is a surprise to me, honestly. Like this... it's not a surprise to me that TaToH collected more of these resources. But the total resources, I thought TaToH would have a lot more. Because BadBoy didn't really have the military to show for it. 77 to 49 KD. TaToH, whoops, got this wrong. TaToH starts off Titans League very, very strong. All right, game number 2 here. BadBoy versus TaToH. And man, BadBoy needs this one, man. BadBoy needs this one. Let's talk about the other players in the group, okay? So you have BadBoy, TaToH. You have MBL, you have ACCM, you have Nikov, and you have Dogao. The opponents are not going to get any easier. Group D, all the groups are insane. But Group D, if there was a group of death, might have been considered the group of death at the start. And BadBoy, he needs to stay up. Like, that's the goal. The goal for him, if you were to ask him, is probably not be bottom 2 at the end. Obviously, if you're going to swing for the fences, being top 3 when the conclusion of the group stage comes in, then you would, of course, move on for more knockouts. So, you know, BadBoy lost 3-0 to ACCM. He's now lost a game to TaToH. Getting a win or 2 against TaToH would be massive for his chances before he moves on to some of the other players. And he's gone for the Ethiopians. Or, no, not the Ethiopians. He did that in the first game. Sorry, I'm just so used to it. I said that. He's Lithuanians. So, 4-on-1 at the start. This is the Lithuanian meta on Cross. Definitely a top 3 civilization on Cross, I'd say. They do have to be played a certain way, but since you start with so much food, you don't need the food right away, and you can switch your build up and get the wood, which will then lead to the early dock. With the early dock, it means early fishing ships, and then your TC is producing the whole time. It gives you a lead that other civilizations can't really get. TaToH had Persians, he had Berbers, he had, I think, Burgundians, and then he had Hindustanis. And he picks Hindustanis here, which is crazy. Hindustanis are not seen as a civilization that has bonuses for hybrid maps. But Hindustanis are seen as pretty insane. The devs got together in their little dev room a couple months back when they were planning on the new Dynasties of India's expansion. And they said, okay, in the past we've released civilizations and people have accused us of not testing these civilizations and possibly making them pay to win. What should we do to fix this? And someone's like, oh, I know. I have some ideas for Hindustanis. And they said, okay, Mark, what do you have? He goes, I have an idea. We make their camels attack faster. We give them Hussar, fully upgraded skirmishers, halberdiers. We give them a Eagle unique unit that's really cheap. We also give them a trade building, which makes their trade faster. We give them a unique tech, which makes their hand cannons have +2 range instead of the +1 before. And then we'll give them another unique tech, which makes their golden combi faster. We give them great cav archers. We give them bombard cannons. And we give them siege elephants. And the guy who was sitting there at the, the end of the table with the big chair was like, Mark, you're promoted. You're promoted. You're going to handle all this. That was a great idea. Long story short, this civ just has so much. And so, oh, and I forgot some things too. So I think, due to Mark's ability to balance civilizations, TaToH's looked at this and he's just said, why not pick Hindustanis? Like, why not? Like, I don't have the bonuses of Japanese or of Persians or whatever, but I could do literally everything else. And so let's just compete for the water and then let's just dominate land. So I don't really mind the choice. I think Hindustanis are fine here. And when they were Indians before and they had the cheaper vills, I always felt like that was an underrated eco bonus anyways. So, but BadBoy's got a lead, guys. And this is a lead that TaToH couldn't really avoid unless he were to have picked off this dock villager. And a really good build order here for BadBoy. And BadBoy, is he sneaking a vill already? So there's a couple different things you can do on the map. Some people will go scout opening, man-at-arm opening, archers. But he's seen TaToH's dock. And I think he's going to go like, woo, and he's going to loop over here. And he's running the vill really early. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, actually, that works out for BadBoy. TaToH realizes, though, that BadBoy has loom now. Otherwise, TaToH could have lost that scout. All right. He did have Persians as an option, though. Wouldn't it be better to keep Hindustanis for a land map? Well, it's a play all 3, and I think he wants Burgundians for the final map. But yes, I can see what you're thinking there. But again, Persians have that good starting eco with +50 wood and +50 food and the stronger docks. But they don't have the long list of other bonuses that the Hindustanis have. So I think that's the logic here. So we're just going to gold for BadBoy. TaToH's trying to find out what the plan is here. Because normally you're looking for a barracks. Also, BadBoy walling. And this is walled, by the way. So he doesn't want TaToH to hit his pond and hit his fish. And this is a great start for BadBoy. It's so rare to actually make it here With this fast of an uptime, there's no world where TaToH's ever expecting this. Okay, and now TaToH might look with a fishing ship. Let's see. Let's see if he looks, because he sees the gold. If he doesn't see a barracks, he might be like, wait a second. What is happening here? He's adding another fishing ship. Okay, he's not checking. Sometimes they'll check. And another dock for BadBoy. Wow. Okay, look. See how TaToH's checking? He's checking the left side because that makes the most sense. But he would never expect that villager to have made it back there. That was such an early sneak. He snuck, I think, before he even clicked up the feudal age. So TaToH's like, oh, I'm fine to add more fish. I'm still confused by what he's doing right now. But we're going to go scout rush. And, well, TaToH's going to lose his whole pond. BadBoy's pond is protected. BadBoy is going to be really happy with what he sees. Does have to be careful against the scout rush, obviously, as he runs away. And I think he's waited too long. Go in with 2 fire galleys, man. You don't need to... Oh, TaToH. Oh, he kills TaToH's scout, but don't lose your scout. Wow, great job, BadBoy. And he needs this. He is hungry for wins. And now TaToH sees this, and now TaToH's going to be like, crap. I didn't even go to gold. I tried to scout for this, though I didn't expect it. I think BadBoy can clear up all the fish and then add his own fish in there. Oh my god, this is actually closed off on this side, too. Actually, the gold is all protected. The wood's protected. The berries would be exposed for BadBoy, but BadBoy's food eco is going to be really good. Total KD right now? 4-0, about to be 6-0 for the Vietnamese pro. We'll see if he loses this Vil, though. TaToH's brought the scout over. BadBoy will probably bring a fire galley. BadBoy's actually really good at quick rolling in Vils. So is TaToH, but so far, so good for BadBoy. TaToH has to go over here to add more fish. TaToH goes over here to add more fish. Adding farms, going to berries, but he's forever feudal. I don't think I've ever had a situation where I have had this happen to me at TaToH's position, and I've been able to win. You have no value from the scouts. You've lost all your fish, and all their fish are alive. Even going out here to add more fish, that helps you if the game goes on for another 20 minutes. This game might not go on for another 20 minutes. That was insane. And I feel like, you know, it's tough, but maybe TaToH should have sensed it because he scouted the gold, and he didn't see how that gold was ever going to be spent. Look at TaToH trying to micro his scouts. He was microing that one scout back and forth to distract the TC fire. He knows he needs to do some damage here. The spearman for BadBoy went forward for some reason. Sloppy from him. Also now seeding some farms. The stable's in the back. We'll probably see fishing ships from here now. I think this is eventually going to be for knights. TaToH doesn't know the stable's there. TaToH should know his opponent might click up soon. The thing that bothers me a little bit about the strat for BadBoy is the fact that he did so much to take TaToH's pond here, and he was so late to adding fishing ships. Double dock investment cakes out TaToH's fish. Would have loved to have seen when you saw TaToH wasn't being competitive, queuing up fishing ships there. 3 or 4 fishing ships, and I think he's already up to castle age already. But obviously, you know, one can only be so perfect. He's had a really good game so far. And he doesn't have a scout now, so he's trying to sneak Vils to the other ponds. Yeah, losing the 2 villagers, definitely a little sloppy. Allowing TaToH back into the game. Cheap villagers for him, right? And TaToH has an outpost here, and he's outposted everything there. So he could stop this. I love the outpost. I love Town Watch. I love the market from him, and there goes his opponent on the way up. Guys, BadBoy had the dream start. TaToH's gold is super far forward. He also knows about the stable now, so he couldn't even take the back gold. He's forced to go forward. He is, though, going to have archers and a spearman. And BadBoy, he's gone forward building again. It's like that's his thing. He's gone forward building again. And this villager... Oh, that's not a villager. Excuse me. Oh, no way. This villager sneaks again. Sneaky boy. TaToH has to run over there with something fast. Stable at home, though. TaToH trying to focus down this Vil. Maybe not microing as much because of some other things on the map right now. Oh, if that goes up. TaToH, okay, TaToH's adding a fire galley at least, so he knows to defend himself. And, oh, wait. Bad boy. Bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the scout's on you? Bam! Dead. Well, it should be. Anyways. Great denial there from TaToH. Oh, wait. Archer. I would normally fit in an archer part to the lyrics, but sorry, I'm just not creative enough today. Okay, yeah, that gets to 9 at 91%. So, TaToH, only 40 seconds late to the next stage. I'm sure he's going to hate the fact that there's a stable here, but TaToH actually has more economy right now. And he has camels that attack fast, so yeah, now he knows he needs to run, and he's going to wall in some of his eco, but I feel like if he gets a couple camels out, the knights are not going to accomplish that much. Now, obviously, it'll take a bit. I'm very impressed with how TaToH has dealt with some of this. Look how open his base is right now. Do you know how hard this is to play? Jeez. Bad boy uses a knight here. This should be a clear. That won't bother TaToH too much. Same with losing the spearman. That's not a problem. Just buying time for the camels. Now the camels will eat up. Relic's always important with Lithuanians. We'll see a monastery for both. I'm sure Bad Boy will try and get the relics. There's one in the back of his base. There's one here as well. TaToH's kept his scouts alive, though, so he knows the monks will be out. And Hindustani camels attack so fast. And also, to be fair, also some great upgrades from TaToH. He is forging. He also has armor. TaToH here. That monk for Bad Boy is... Oh, there. I couldn't see it. He was hiding behind the steeple. Guys, Bad Boy, he had the lead. But is he winning now? No, he's not. Thank you, Fireship, for answering. I know it's hard to communicate when you only have flames and boxes, but no, he's not winning now. 60 population for TaToH. 53 for Bad Boy. Bad Boy transitioning into farms. Bad Boy's not, like, majorly behind, right? But... And when you think about... Oh, this dock actually completed. That's sneaky. But when you think about how this game started to where we're at now, it's pretty crazy. Villagers and outposts from TaToH. Camping this relic. Camping this relic. Both... Oh, both players have monks here. Whoop. Both players are going to get conversions. I'll trade you one camel for one knight. And then Bad Boy backs out of the deal. So TaToH says, no. That was mine. How dare you? And snipes two monks, runs away, gets this anyways. Great stuff from TaToH. Obviously, the relics are helpful for him in terms of gold income. But you want to keep the relics away from Lithuanians. But you see how good the Hindustanis look at this stage, though, too, right? Like, the faster attacking camels are so good against someone who's going to go knights. And then if Lithuanians ever transition into trash units, they're not going to have a very good time against the other options that Hindustanis have. I don't know what the fire ships are doing. I don't know what the fire ships are doing. But that is the only offensive action for Bad Boy right now that is actually working. If you could call that working. Yeah, here you have a fight. Camel will end up catching up here, I think. No, there's a hill. Okay, so the knight wins. TaToH, cheap villagers. 56 of them now. It's 57 total eco for Bad Boy. Bad Boy's starting to add spearmen now. And Bad Boy heading over. He'll lose a knight. TaToH has the light cav. I love it. He knows there's monks that are going to head over that way. Here he comes. The spearman's there, though. So TaToH will probably kill a monk. Okay, so he kills one monk, kills a knight. Overall, really good. Well, I actually killed the knight and converted the knight. And killed the monk, so that's all worth it. And now he's worried about the potential... he's going to go to stone too, but he's worried about pikemen. He saw the spears. Senses he's vulnerable to that. and is going to add ranges now, most likely for cav archers. He did apparently notice this, but BadBoy could actually overwhelm him here. TaToH just not focusing on that as much. Great job from BadBoy to finish that dock. BadBoy's got 30 on food, though. Holy, I didn't realize that. 30 on food. Could make a lot of pikemen with that food. TaToH has played so open. Now here come those cav archers from him. He'll even get the university for ballistics. Oh, another thing that Mark thought would be a great idea to keep the Hindustanis was the camels destroying buildings faster. So, thanks, Mark, for this. That stable should go down pretty quickly. And again, BadBoy shows up here. TaToH is actually making another fire. But he might lose these fishing ships, so that's not bad. I think if TaToH can get a castle down in the middle, life is going to be good for him. But BadBoy's going to want to finish this one before that. He'll add siege. He'll have the pikemen. They're speedy pikemen with Lithuanians. Here's some fire galleys. TaToH just pulling them away. Yeah, Mark's in chat. See? You can confirm. We need a thanks Mark emote. That's basically the thanks DE emote, let's be honest. Ballistics, armor. Ooh, TaToH doesn't have bloodlines. That's a really big tech to get right now. So big that I think he might think he has it already. That would benefit his camels, his light cav, and his cav archers. And he needs that HP when up against the pikemen. Oh, that said, he converts some of the pikemen. He'll kill the monks. And it's just been all TaToH, man. It's been all TaToH ever since he fell behind and somehow recovered. What in the world is this game? Again, no bloodlines. And that is a problem. He just lost a lot of HP. But he knows he just needs to delay the inevitable here so he can get a castle down defensively. Maybe it's BadBoy now who's going to need a castle of some kind. 3 relics for TaToH. I don't know where the 5th one is. It must be on the way back to someone's monastery. And he's just going to destroy this siege workshop now. Poor BadBoy realizes he needs to get value from the shots. TaToH expecting it, kills it, no problem. KD is a lot closer in this game at this stage. Even the eco, it's looking pretty good for BadBoy, but he's got no control over the game. And that is similar to the previous game, where his eco is actually pretty close, but then he ended up dropping kind of a panicky castle because he didn't have the military. You guys are hilarious. And TaToH with great control over this game. He's actually now adding a siege elephant. Do not get battering rams, but a siege elephant. Which I still think the jury's out on, balance-wise. I think they are stronger than regular rams. However, they do cost food and gold. So that's definitely a big difference maker. We'll see, though. I imagine against the town center, considering there's no army for BadBoy, this is going to be easy for TaToH. And, yep. TaToH denies the town center and will destroy the town center. This is over. An incredible comeback from TaToH. I mean, I will say a little sloppy from BadBoy, you know, to allow TaToH back into the game. But what TaToH's been able to do, he's got his gold basically in the middle of the map. There's a sneak stable here on this gold. He lost all of his fish at the start. Guy somehow ends up having near perfect eco and military and full control over the game at this stage. It's unbelievable, man. Makes it look so easy. How he's able to coordinate his attacks. Like even this, like small little micro moves like this. Doing all that while having the economy. Building up towards a defensive or maybe offensive castle at this point is just unbelievable. And so I asked you guys in game 1 who has been the most impressive performer. But when I said that, we hadn't seen TaToH actually play his set yet. And we still got some other players we haven't seen yet. TaToH's going to drop a castle here. Feels like a great castle. Hits the farm and the wood eco, but also denies the gold. Meanwhile, only has to respect a few Latus out here for BadBoy. God, this is so good. He was going to convert every single Latus there. Or, sorry, 3 out of the 4 because he only had 3 monks. This is crazy, man. Only thing I'd say about TaToH is he does need to defend from a potential castle drop. BadBoy could run forward and drop a castle on his face and just make it messy. He does have the cav archer numbers and the upgrades, so you'd think he should be able to. BadBoy not having the final armor upgrade will mean his Latus will go down pretty quickly. And yeah, TaToH will probably just loop his army around to deal with that. And yeah, I don't know. Consistent theme for BadBoy has been going up to Imp and then not having the army. And that's just a player trying to bring it back, by the way, right? He falls behind. He hopes that Imp and a castle drop or two can do it. But I think he will probably get the castle up because he's got so many villagers building it. But I don't know what army he's going to have when he makes it to the next stage. Does have this gold lockdown. Does have 94 villagers. TaToH now clicks up to Imp as well, though. TaToH will probably just drop his castle close by. Maybe further back if he's worried the BadBoy's already up. There's gold tier for TaToH to take. Gold tier. Obviously, BadBoy could take that as well. TaToH has a lot of vision on it, though. Over this area, I guess. So if units were to run that way, I guess he didn't see the gold. Sees this gold. Sees this gold. We have the gold spread out on this map. Also has stone back here. Plan for BadBoy has to be one unit type with trebs. I don't think his position's really at the point where he could go into multiple things. And I don't know what you go for, because the Latus and the pikemen die to cav archers. And if you try and tech switch into skirms, that takes a long time. Oh, big shots. It takes a long time, and then camels could come out against that. Again, a good shot. At this point, go Onager. Again, a good shot. TaToH. 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 Sheesh, man. Oh, he was fighting over here, but he could even lose stuff there. Back away, my friend. There you go. Take the siege. There's the micro we expected. I think if you go skirm, you're just exposed against so many of the other options. So I would say Halb Siege is probably your best play. 160 pop for TaToH after those losses. Lost a few cav archers. Still realizes he can camp the spots. Still probably feeling like he's got this game. First trebuchet on the way here for BadBoy. Getting squires for his already speedy Lithuanian pikemen. TaToH's resources are looking great. Very defensive castle. He didn't want to give a BadBoy an easy area to treb right in the front. I like that. BadBoy just opening with trebs for the time being. Here come the cav archers. Bracer on the way. Chemistry on the way. 69 kills for BadBoy. Somehow 68 deaths for TaToH. So don't ask me what happened there. And there you go. GG. I think BadBoy has sensed this whole time that he can't stop the cav archers. He probably feels like this game is just over, and it's the same story for BadBoy, man. Like, the opening here was so good, but the overall balance of play wasn't there, right? So, like, here, dream scenario, you just have to take care of this area. Remember, he lost a couple villagers. He didn't have any army control. He didn't do anything to stop TaToH from the sides. So, for BadBoy, he seems to be going for extremes that I think can work really well. But it's not just those extremes that you need to beat the top players in this game. The previous game, it was like crazy forward, right? And suddenly starts to lose control. This game, amazing start with the fire galleys, then seems to lose control. And again, though, it's like TaToH's ability to win this game was absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe he was able to get to Castle Age at the time that he did. I can't believe that he was able to defend from the Knights and like... He was so good with all the transitions he needed, taking care of the relics, taking care of upgrades. It's so hard to play how TaToH just played, but he can do it. More of every resource. TaToH with 2 wins. All right, so BadBoy. It's been rough for him so far. TaToH, his home map was Arena, and we have the Burgundians versus the Bohemians on Arena. A very common matchup so far every time we see Arena. We have seen Poles. We have seen Aztecs as well. But I think some of that could have been in Gold League. Yeah, the way the draft works right now is there's not a ton of bans. So it's free pick, and Arena is a map that is understood. So it makes sense that players would have similar outlook on what civs they want to play. I think both of these civs can win. I think it's very even. The key moments would be early Imperial Age. If Bohemians can get the monks, pikemen, and siege rolling, I think it can be really strong for them. Man, TaToH looks good. Just to say hi to some people, Brady says, wait, T90, what counters a mass of Cav Archers? Well, the thing about Cav Archers is they're expensive, and it takes a long time to mass them. So, you might not like the answer to this, but the best way to counter massive Cav Archers is to do damage while they're massing them. Or before they get to the mass. Get ahead of them, basically. But yeah, I mean, on paper, you just go full skirm. But obviously, Cav Archers can run away. And most civilizations that can go Cav Archers can mix in a counter to the skirms with like stable units, like Light Cav or Knight or something. So, but yeah, technically skirmishers, or like if you want to go unique units, if you're Goths, like Huskarls, or if you're Hindustanis, you can go Ghulam, things like that. Hi T90, do you have any new stories since Arena starts and is usually quite slow? Well, I don't know. The last time I told stuff about my life, people just kept begging me for pictures of my couch because we just got a new couch. So I don't know if I want to go for stories. But hello Sarb, hello Apollo. Had Doubt played earlier today. People are giving BadBoy different names, like Sad Boy. I think someone accidentally called him Bay Boy. I don't know what that means. But you know what I think will help TaToH here is the distance between the bases. It's a little bit further than what we've seen with some other generations. And I think that benefits the economy play into the Light Cav, which Burgundians have a discount on. They have a discount on the tech anyway, so probably will be competition for relics and Castle Age, and then we'll see. Hey T90, did you have a script made for these arena games? I'm seeing very good, consistent map gens for TTL, but my ranked gens are horrible. Yes. I work with a small team for maps. I think the majority of my work was with Krazini. But you are right, my friend. It feels like every other patch, they break arena and the woodlines don't generate properly. Listen, the scripters are out there. The maps are out there. All you have to do is run 25 generations in the somewhat broken editor, but the editor that works to see if a generation is going to be good and consistent or not. Maybe bump that up to 50 or 100 if you really want to be safe. It sucks that sometimes doesn't happen, but I don't know if Arena's been bad this patch. I don't know how it breaks all the time. Arabia has actually been in a great state. After a lot of people complained about Arabia for a while, I think Arabia's been in a better spot. Yeah, the couch is good. The couch is good, guys. Oh, man. Well, yesterday, I could tell, not really a story, but yesterday, for people who are interested in the couch, as TaToH has his wood and his farm upgrade already in Dark Age, you know, I was on the fence on if I wanted to come on. It was a really long, busy week with TTL. I didn't feel like sinking 8 hours or 10 hours into a qualifier. I'd prefer to sink that much time into something that has a little bit more meaning, I guess, to it. Not that a qualifier is bad. Qualifier is important, but did BadBoy not find his sheep? Okay, he's coming back. But yeah, I was like on the fence, watched some tennis in the morning, and immediately was like, hey, let's play some tennis. So yesterday we had a really nice day. You guys might not care about my life, but I had a good day yesterday. Played some tennis, watched some tennis. Got to lay out in the sun before we got rained on. That was fun. And watched some movies. We watched 2 movies yesterday. Very rare. Very rare we find the time. So we just had kind of like an us day here. Had some ice cream as well. Wonderful day yesterday. Well, I think the thing with our version of Arena that's a little different is sometimes you can be really close together. And some people are going to like that. Some people are going to hate that. 1 second. Got to make some changes. I have to add more storage space. We have so many freaking recordings here, man. And it's stacking up. And we've got to get rid of some of this stuff fast. Don't know. I guess MBL Nikov's already up. Apologies, guys. Sorry, I'm tabbing out to my other PC. Yo is already up. I don't want to delete stuff that hasn't been uploaded already, so it's possible I'll do that. Whoops. Yeah, like my PCs are massive and they have the space, but I suck with computers. And what was going to happen was this summer, my PC guy was going to come down, and then I don't know what happened to that plan, so I was just going to have him do it, as well as a bunch of other things. Okay, I think we're good. I mean, I've got a lot of older sets here we already uploaded. We're good. Yeah, I want to have like 10 terabytes. 1 terabyte's not enough, man. Well, I recorded a higher quality than I stream, and I don't know if it really makes that big of a difference for people who watch later. But I think one play all 3, let's say the play all 3 is an hour and a half, is probably like, well, I'd have to check, but I'm guessing like 25 to 50 gigs, somewhere in there. And 1 terabyte's just not enough. And storage is not expensive. So I should just have a ton of it. So this doesn't have to be an issue. Okay, Castle Age for BadBoy. He's going for the stable. So he is going to try and compete with the middle by going scouts. But his eco is not as strong as the Burgundian eco. TaToH has the horse collar upgrade already, is the wood upgrade already, and he's also going to be going for stable. Yes, I have a 2 PC setup. I have a 2 PC setup. So I have, I will, so again, the plan was to have the whole room redone. And so then I was going to record a video and show you guys. But basically what you see here is this is my main screen. And then I have a screen to the left. And that's where I have my chat and people subscribe, alerts and things like that. Or if I need to see Discord or whatever, though I usually don't have that up. And then my setup is I'm going to use my mouse cursor to make sense. So the main monitor, right? Monitor to the left. And then my second PC is, whoop, it's up. So it's up. It's above. And so that is connected to everything that does all the recording and broadcasting. So that's why if you see this, that's normally I'm tabbing out to that PC. Because that's how I have to like control it and make some changes here or there. So that's basically it. So it's fairly simple. So I do have 2 PCs, and that way I can... Whoa, what are the birds doing, man? What's going on? Birds are just hanging out. It's so funny how the players could see that. Okay, they're dispersing now. They're shy. It's funny how that happens from time to time. Anyways, BadBoy has 3 scouts, competitive with what TaToH has. BadBoy adding the monastery, both players wanting to fight for the relics. What kind of PCs do you have? I should know this as well. I should know this because PC nerds would be super pumped to hear my setup. Thing is, I'm not the biggest techie guy. I just happen to stream, and I love Age of Empires 2. I've got... It's a bit weird. I have Intel on... One of my PCs is Intel, and one is... the Threadripper setup. Very, very beefy PCs for Age of Empires 2, let's put it that way. But yeah, it's a good setup. I just wish the room actually looked like a professional streaming room because I moved recently and we never got a chance to do that. Yo, Ty, thanks for the stars. I'll buy more storage. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. So, I like what BadBoy's doing with the Spearmen because the Burgundians... Oh, TaToH kills the monk. Might not end up being too bad for BadBoy in the end if he can kill another light cav. But I like it because he can't really compete with the eco and light cav play because Burgundians have much better economy with cheaper eco upgrades, but also being able to research at 1 age earlier, which is insane. And then also the stable upgrades are discounted. So Burgundians are just perfect for this. Also, love the TC here from TaToH. But at the same time, so I have a theory, and I could be wrong on this, but I feel like if you're up against the Burgundians and they're so good at what they do, trying to compete with the stable play doesn't work out all that often. So sometimes I think maybe just don't do it and don't even turn this into a game where you fight over relics. Try and instead as TaToH tries to kill the monk and will kill the monk. Just boom up and kill an early Imperial Age. You put yourself on a bit of a clock, and I'm still surprised more people don't do this. You put yourself on a bit of a clock because you have to do damage within early Imp, but that's already how this game is going to go anyways, I think. So, I don't know. I feel like TaToH's eco is going to overall be feeling a lot stronger. And his position right now is so much greater because BadBoy is having a hard time executing on the same thing due to lack of bonuses. And now he's set back on eco where he would have otherwise possibly been ahead. Like, not having the Castle Age would upgrade. He's trying to do a lot of things right now. Again, that's my theory. And I think what really opened my eyes to it, guys, was the somewhat recent arena tourney. It was, I think TaToH actually was in second place or first place in it. Pound Cup last year. Because going into it, the arena meta was like relics. And then I'm having these conversations on this Civ is so much better at competing for the relics. And then Doubt and TaToH and actually Slam as well, like all the Gamer Legion guys, if they were in a matchup where they couldn't compete for the relics in the same way, they would just say, why do it? And they would get like a 10 villager lead, 15 villager lead, because they'd go straight boom and forget about the relics entirely, and then they'd have to kill an early imp. And if you think about it even further, people always make their monasteries in the front of their base too. So if you actually get partially in, you could always take the relics. So I don't know. Yeah, you're right, Calpit. Like, there's obviously cons to it, right? Because then they don't have to invest in as many scouts. But TaToH's position looking stronger. And I think TaToH knows that he needs to delay the early imp push as long as possible. I don't foresee him actually doing a ton of damage with this siege, but it's a way to just keep BadBoy back in his base a little bit longer. Oh my god, we have a Couch account now? Oh, hello, Couch. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. TaToH definitely wants to click up to Imp. And what I would do is BadBoy is now really terrified of this. He doesn't know exactly what's going to happen out here. He knows there's siege. He's worried about what could come from this. Look how annoying TaToH's being. But I think TaToH's going to go into hand cannons behind this. At the end of the day, TaToH's execution has just been so clean. So good. His micro has been fantastic in this series. His macro has been fantastic in this series. The timings always hit for him no matter what happens. TaToH will click up to the Imperial Age now. And again, this is forced reactions from BadBoy and is pushing BadBoy back into his base even further. And he wasn't ever going to fully commit to anything here. He didn't really care. I think what he wants to do is he just wants the map. Happy with the 3 relics that he has. And here he comes with 5 villagers. Yeah. I agree. Relics are nice, but they don't have to be the goal. Because now, like, we know the Burgundian boom is better, right? And you know that Burgundians can get the light cav upgrade cheaper. So now you both tried to compete. The Burgundians win at doing the same thing. Imagine that, right? And so now they're going to beat you to Imp. Where otherwise, you give up the relics, you can beat them to Imp and take the map with a fast gunpowder, fast halb push potentially. So I don't know. It all depends, and execution is obviously the most important thing. But I said the same thing in the Nikov MBL series with Britons. It was the same exact conversation. I was like, just full boom, and then beat them to Imp and push them. And MBL was later to Imp, and then he also didn't have relics. Because he tried to compete for relics in that instance. So I do think that we are going to see some situations where players start to do what I'm saying later on. But I'm surprised that it happened like a year ago in an arena tourney and isn't happening now. Okay. So castle for TaToH. Obviously applying as much pressure as possible. I want to make trebuchets here in a second. 1 for 1. Let's see a castle from BadBoy. Now, what BadBoy can do is BadBoy can research chemistry ahead of time. So he's researched chemistry, or is researching it already. That's a Bohemian bonus. TaToH's going to go Cavalier. Interesting choice from him. He's going to open up with the Treb. But actually lose Light Cav to conversion here. Okay, lost one. TaToH getting chemistry as well. In the end, there will only be a 20 or 30 second difference with chemistry, so he can also make bombard cannons. And the Burgundian hand cannons are actually superior to the Bohemian hand cannons. So having similar times with the gunpowder here is really important. Again, you're pushing the Bohemian player back, trying to stop them before they can get to the Hufnitze cannon. And when you're in this position, if you're BadBoy, you are forced to spend your resources a lot more. You're forced to maybe switch into something that you would otherwise want to spend resources on, or Hufnitze or Halber or whatever, right? Because you feel like you need something all the time. Did some digging. Here's the PC specs. There you go. Dux just posted the specs. Masonry. That's not in for TaToH. Interesting. TaToH also getting redemption, so he's thinking about converting some bombard cannons, maybe. I think Burgundians probably have block printing for a bit of extra range as well. Okay. Castle should go down. Oh, we got it! He converted the cannon, and the cannon's like stuck between the Trebs, which is super funny. Oh, and again, it just delays so much, and now he's got his own cannons on the Treb. The timing on this from TaToH is perfect, man. He picked Arena. He's looking like a pro on Arena. And he's still, still is yet to finish BadBoy, but it's looking like he's getting closer. BadBoy can't take this stone. So BadBoy's about to run out of stone. He won't be able to repair his castle anymore. And look, he's always one step behind. He's like, oh, God, I need to get hand cannons. Oh, God, I need to make monks. All these things that TaToH's already doing. It's a great idea. I need more of my own. The castle falls. The relics will be lost as well, by the way. And a Treb could go down, and I think BadBoy is going to be in danger in this group. Losing 3-0 already to ACCM. Losing 3-0 already to TaToH. It does not get easier in Group D. BadBoy will have to play MBL. BadBoy will have to play Nikov. BadBoy will have to play Dogao. Those are some big names on the cards for him. That was TaToH's opening series in T90 Titans League. He was behind, and he will be catching up. So this week he has to play another round and potentially another one, actually. This is the week for round 3. So I think we'll see TaToH play quite a bit over this week to try and get back on course. Same with Dogao, actually. So a lot of catching up in Group D. But yeah, great series from him. And the most impressive victory for me was definitely game number 2, though. Game number 2 was just exceptional. I still don't fully understand how he came back from that. He was able to somehow fix his eco, control the game after having a disaster start to early feudal. Game 1, obviously decent from TaToH. I think BadBoy just trying to play towards extremes a little bit too much. And this is where, like, as a caster, it's always so easy for me to say whatever someone does is wrong if they lose. Because BadBoy didn't try and play towards one extreme. This game, he tried to balance everything out, but here I am, and I'm saying he shouldn't have fought for relics. So he should have been more extreme. He should have gone full boom. And then if he were to lose without getting relics, I should say, no, you should try and balance it out a little more. The game's really tough, man. The game's really tough. Yeah, you can see the difference in the economy there. It's normally there if the Burgundians and the Bohemians try and face off with a similar build. And again, TaToH made it all look easy. GG's.